Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, wishing you a wonderful weekend and a very fragrant Friday. This is the YouTube channel, of course, that brings you new content every single Friday, and I'm finally reviewing a fragrance from Dr. Gu. About a year ago, Dr. Gu over at Locked Scents, I will put his channel down there. I think he's still doing reviews, but you can let me know, Dr. Gu, and he sent me a big package of samples, and I'm finally going through them, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks to you guys, as I said before, the Bryans, the Dr. Gus, the Jerrys of the world, you guys have sent me so many fragrance samples and full bottles, and I really do appreciate you guys. You guys keep the channel going, actually. And so this one this week is, of course, Guerlain Heritage EDT. I want to be clear that this is the EDT. And I want to also say, before I dive in on the review, I am not a huge fan of barbershop fragrances. Some guys love the barbershop ones. Subscriber Brian is one of them. He has tried to show me the way and convince me over the years. And I like some of them, but I don't like them as much as you guys. Why is that relevant? That's relevant because this right here, my friends, is, in my estimation, either the best or second best barber shop fragrance out there. This one is a 1992 release. This one is unequivocally a classic and a masterpiece. And that's why I needed to say I'm not a fan of barbershop ones, because I absolutely I love this fragrance. Coming from a guy who doesn't usually like these, this one to me really does smell like really expensive aftershave. I mean, when you get to, I have to tell you, if I ever do a top 5, houses, Guerlain is definitely going to be in it. They are the real deal. If you've never had the joy of trying one, you absolutely should. This one is, as I said, it is Heritage. It is the French, of course, for heritage. And when it comes to the notes, you're going to get, well, tons of them. So go to Fragrantica and just look. This is a very complex fragrance, but I get a lot of lavender, juniper berry, rose, pepper, and sandalwood. Those are the big players for me. On the top, you get lavender, juniper berries in the initial blast there. The lavender sticks around. Then the rose and the pepper really come into play in the mid, and then in the base you get sandalwood and more. But I really get a very, very nice sandalwood. So, you might ask yourself, well, what's the other aftershave fragrance that he likes? I can't decide if I want to say this one is the best and Bracken Man by Amouage is the honorable mention, or the other way around, and frankly, I don't really care. They are the top two, and they're really the only full-on barbershop fragrances that I love to have in my collection, or would love to have in my collection, I should say. This one, I was sad to see this one go. I've really, really enjoyed wearing this one, and it is unequivocally a masterpiece. And when you check out other reviewers, make sure that they say the same. If someone doesn't like this, I'd be very suspicious, unless they talk about the old man smell or the age, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit when I give the rating. All right, so those are the notes. You guys know I went to a newer system, so in part 2 you can check out all the longevity, projection, and sillage, and all that kind of fun stuff. But I'll just quickly say here that the EDT does what you hope it would do, and it really is just it's an absolute banger. It's just a great fragrance. I really appreciated this one because I'd always wanted to try it. I am generally lukewarm on the aftershave kind of barbershop fragrances, and this certainly is an exception, because this one is exceptional. And let me know what is your favorite barbershop fragrance, or if you don't have too much to say on that one, what is your favorite between Guerlain Heritage and Bracken Man by Amouage? I would love to hear which one you like more, because I really can't make up my mind on which one I like the most. And of course, always let me know your scent of the day. If nothing else, I would really appreciate that. So, what is my rating? There's really nothing I can do on this one except for give it a 5 out of 5 in my rating system. I do have, if you're new to the channel, I do have an elusive bonus spray. So sometimes I will give a 6 out of 5. And I really can't justify that only because, and I mean only because, I could see a lot of guys in their 20s and 30s saying that this has kind of an old man-ish grandpa fragrance. I know that's going to annoy some of you, especially those of you who hold true to your heart, the barbershop ones. That's why I'm not a huge fan of them, because a lot of them to me smell like an old man. So I do think that the age might be limited. I think this is a more mature release, and I think it's more for people like me, the 40 and up crowd. And that for that reason alone, I'm going to keep it away from the 6 out of 5 bonus spray, and I'm going to give this guy a 5 out of 5. It is a classic. It is a masterpiece. It is spectacular, and it exceeded all of my expectations. Guerlain is a wonderful, wonderful house. 5 out of 5. These will be faux sprays because I am bone dry, as you can see here. And 5 out of 5, 1992 release. Oh, what a fun one this was. Boom. 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 And boom. 5 out of 5 sprays for Heritage by Guerlain. Another review by the boards. Stick around and check out the card in your upper right if you would like to see part 2, where I talk about the categories like longevity and projection and gender and all that fun stuff. If you've had your fill and this is enough for you, I hope to see you next week. You have a wonderful weekend, and always remember, my friends, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody.